Only a select few houses are able to successfully combine family, popularity, and fashion in the same way that Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's household does. When it comes to their family life, the pair, who are a musical power team that has successfully combined the worlds of country grit and pop elegance, frequently find themselves in the spotlight. However, this time around, the focus is not on their musical talents or the significant moments in their marriage. Instead, the spotlight is on one of Gwen's boys, who just paid tribute to his stepfather in the most surprising and heartfelt way possible. A tribute to the distinctive style of a country music legend. His voice, his sense of humor, and yes, his iconic fashion choices were the driving forces behind Blake Shelton's meteoric rise to prominence. From the days of the mullet in the early 2000s to his distinctive plaid shirts and rugged jeans, Shelton's appearance has been just as memorable as his chart-topping tunes at every point in his career. That long, fluffy, and unabashedly country mullet, which became the ultimate icon of his early career, became known as the infamous mullet. Kingston Rossdale, one of Gwen's sons, is responsible for the unexpected revival of the phenomenon that has been going on for many years. The 18-year-old, who has been known for a long time for his edgy California cool aura, recently debuted a hairdo and attire that quickly drew the eye of admirers. The combination consisted of a classic Blake-style mullet, a flannel shirt, and cowboy boots. Instantaneously, the internet took notice. A supporter made the observation that Kingston is completely channeling his stepdad. He is giving Blake energy from the early 2000s, and I absolutely adore it. The reference to Shelton's country beginnings was both fun and profoundly meaningful for a young person who had grown up in the midst of the rock and roll edge that Hollywood is known for. Leaving Hollywood and heading to the Midwest, Kingston, along with his brothers Zuma and Apollo, were brought up in the glamorous world of Los Angeles. It is easy to forget that they were raised there. Their mother, Gwen Stefani, is a music icon of the pop-punk era. She is famous for her daring fashion choices and the energy she exudes as the front lady of No Doubt. However, ever since Gwen tied the knot with Blake Shelton in 2021, the couple has been spending a significant amount of time in Oklahoma, a state in which life moves at a more leisurely pace and boots have taken the place of expensive sneakers. According to sources close to the family, Kingston, in particular, has developed a strong connection with Blake throughout the course of their time together. Whether they are fishing, working on the ranch, or jamming in the studio, the two have a relationship that is not only quiet but yet significant at the same time. Shelton has frequently discussed his role as a stepfather, and he previously told People magazine, "I think it would be impossible for me to live my life without these children. They had altered me in ways that I was not aware at the time were even conceivable." It is now possible to observe this link not only in the hobbies that they have in common, but also in Kingston's developing sense of who she is and her sense of style. It is possible that his most recent look is hilarious and reminiscent of the past, but it also demonstrates the extent to which Shelton's genuine and grounded nature has influenced him. The development of a blended family throughout time. Fans were curious and even dubious when Gwen and Blake made their relationship public for the first time throughout their relationship. In what ways could a pop singer from California and a cowboy from Oklahoma combine their respective worlds? As time has progressed, however, they have become one of the most cherished couples in the entertainment industry, exactly due to the fact that they appear to be effortless. On the other hand, it required effort behind the scenes. Blake had to figure out how to negotiate life with 3 sons who were growing up and were accustomed to living in the city. Whenever Gwen went to the ranch, she had to adjust to a slower, more rural rhythm during her stay. In addition, the boys, particularly Kingston, had to adjust to the fact that they had a country music celebrity as their stepfather. They were successful in doing so. The actual closeness that exists between them is demonstrated by the family images, candid moments, and even holiday posts. The mullet moment is not simply a matter of getting a haircut. Rather, it is a humorous representation of the bridge that connects 2 absolutely distinct worlds. Kingston's tribute was not restricted to merely physical appearances. Following in the footsteps of both his mother and his stepfather, the young man participated in a live performance at a local music night that took place in Oklahoma not too long ago. Kingston captivated the crowd with an original song that incorporated elements of rock and country music. He did this by performing with a soulful voice and an acoustic guitar. Those who were present described it as a combination of Gwen's emotional lyricism and Blake's storytelling. Kingston possesses something that is truly unique, a local supporter shared. He possesses the charisma of his mother as well as the presence of Blake, who is grounded in reality. One can easily observe that he has been impacted by both of them. As a matter of fact, Blake himself was seen among the audience that evening, complete with a cowboy hat, a grin, and an appearance that was exactly that of a proud stepfather. It was stated that the two gave each other a hug after the performance, which caused the audience members to cry. Beyond the realm of music, a legacy of identity lies. Kingston appears to be embracing the heritage of his blended family, in contrast to the majority of celebrity children who make an effort to remove themselves from their parents' renown as they grow upward. His homage to Blake's older appearance was not one of ridicule, rather it was one of admiration. This is a playful and self-assured way of stating, "You have influenced me." In spite of the fact that he is one of the most prominent figures in the country music industry, Blake has always been recognized for being real. He is a man who does not take himself too seriously. Kingston demonstrated that he had learned one of the most fundamental truths that a young artist can acquire, which is that authenticity is always the winner. He did this by imitating that same carefree confidence. In addition to this, it serves as a reminder of the profoundly formative nature of step relationships. In spite of the fact that Kingston did not grow up with Blake from birth, he has grown into maturity with Blake serving as a friend, mentor, and authority figure. Clearly, this effect extends beyond than wearing cowboy boots or getting a new haircut. It is about learning to take ownership of who you are. Fans love, as well as Blake's reaction to it. According to reports, Blake couldn't prevent himself from giggling when pictures of Kingston's Shelton look appeared on social media. It has been reported by others who are close to the couple that Gwen mocked him by saying, "See, your sway is becoming more widespread." In a humorous manner, Blake said that the world is not ready for another Shelton mullet revival. Blake, of course, found humor in the situation. On the other side, fans feel that they are more than prepared. The moment was celebrated by a large number of people on social media. One of the users wrote, "This is a complete circle. It was previously believed that Blake would never bring back the mullet, but I think his Stepson surprised him by doing it for him." The reaction of another individual was, "It's actually sort of lovely." It is clear that Blake has left an impression on those lads, and it is a positive one. Take a look ahead. Comparisons to Kingston's renowned parents are unavoidable given that he has recently emerged into the public eye as a performer as well as a personality. However, if his most recent tribute is any indicator, he is slowly but surely establishing his own space, one that pays tribute to both aspects of his own history. The influence that Blake and Gwen have had on him may have sprung from opposite sources, one from the bright lights of pop music and the other from the cozy glow of a campfire. But when they have worked together, they have assisted him in achieving a sense of equilibrium. Moreover, what about Blake Shelton? The fact that his legacy is now being passed down not only through his music, but also to the next generation is probably something that he is proud of, even if it comes with a throwback haircut that used to make him blush. As a matter of fact, the mullet may have been considered infamous, but now, as a result of his Stepson's affectionate tribute, it has once again become legendary.